What's up guys, it's Will back again, and today's review is The Machinist. This film was first requested to me by Danniel Ladder on my The Grey review that I released back on the 29th of August. So The Machinist is a 2004 drama psychological thriller film that was directed by Brad Anderson and primarily follows Christian Bale's character, a machinist by the name of Trevor Resnick. What makes Trevor so interesting is that he suffers from paranoia and insomnia and eventually begins experiencing some strange occurrences both in his place of work as well as his personal life. His personality doesn't really lend itself to much socializing, so when he's not at work, Trevor often finds himself alone or attempting to maintain relationships that often prove unhealthy. After a workplace accident occurs that Trevor is responsible for, he attempts to learn more about a mysterious man named Ivan that distracted him that he believes is causing trouble in his life. And the rest of the film is spent watching Trevor attempt to simply get by and hopefully fix the loneliness he feels by making some new friends, all the while attempting to uncover the truth about this mysterious man named Ivan that's causing him so much grief. Okay, so it's crazy how I've never seen this film before because I always knew it existed and I always heard that it was really good. I just never got around to watching it. Well, I'm glad that Daniel requested this one because it really is a very well done film. There are several things that it has going for it, but I think the single best aspect is the story itself and how mysterious and dramatic it is. It's really well paced too, and as the story progresses and you learn more about Trevor and the other supporting characters, you start to see what's actually going on, and it's not going to be what you think. It's often referred to as a psychological thriller because it emphasizes the abnormal psychological state of the characters. And let me tell you, all of these characters aren't necessarily displaying normal behavior, especially not Trevor. There's little clues sprinkled along the way that will lead you towards the ultimate resolution in this mystery in the third act. And you might actually miss these if you don't pay very close attention. I know I missed a few. But this is good storytelling because it incorporates subtlety and makes you actually put in some mental effort into figuring out what's going on instead of the filmmakers just spoon feeding you the answers. With these sort of films that have a mystery that needs solving, it's important that not only everything makes sense, but also that you provide the audience the proper information to solve the riddle themselves. And The Machinist definitely does that. While you definitely get a big reveal at the end of the film, you may have already figured out what's going on before then if you follow the clues. I didn't personally, but when the credits rolled, I remembered the clues and wondered how I missed the answer that was right in front of me the whole time. I also thought the acting was really good. There's 4 key characters in this film, and that's Trevor, played by Christian Bale, Stevie, Trevor's love interest, played by Jennifer Jason Leigh, the mysterious Ivan, played by John Sharian, and Maria, a waitress and friend of Trevor's, played by Atiana Sanchez-Gijon. Each of these 4 actors did a very nice job, but the 2 I was incredibly impressed with were Christian Bale and Jennifer Jason Leigh. The amount of commitment that Christian Bale made to immersing himself in the role of Trevor is just insane. He dropped 60+ pounds to get down to a weight of 120 or so in order to look mentally unstable and sickly, and he definitely pulled that off. His performance in this one has to be one of his best, if not the best, because he had me glued to the screen every time he would pretty much do anything crazy or exciting, which was pretty often. I do think him getting that skinny was pretty dangerous, but hey, he pulled it off very well, so whatever. I also was really impressed by Jennifer Jason Leigh's work in this one. She's also a very flawed character, but she has good intentions, and although she often sleeps with Trevor for money, she does have an actual attachment to him. Stevie was a very compelling character, and I thought Jennifer Jason Leigh really shined here. So like a lot of other films I've reviewed before, this film has a somewhat ambiguous ending, and while it does answer a lot of questions, it leaves room for interpretation as well. I personally love this, but I know there are many viewers out there that prefer definitive closure and resolution. You sort of half get that here, which I loved, but if you don't like ambiguous, just a heads up, you may be frustrated at this film's conclusion. And the last pro I have is the music. The score composed by Roque Baños, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly by the way, was really awesome. I thought the music was super creepy and eerie and just got me feeling really uneasy anytime I heard it, and that's the point really. This film is a psychological thriller, so the music has to relay that feeling of creepy and uneasiness, and it does that perfectly. There's only one thing I didn't quite love about The Machinist, and that's a couple flat stretches of time in acts 1 and 2. Most of the film is really mysterious and dramatic and exciting, but it does take a little while for it to actually get going. There's stretches in both acts 1 and 2 where I just felt like the story wasn't progressing all that much and things felt a bit redundant. During these stretches, I lost my focus a bit because I was like, okay, when is something else interesting actually going to happen? This can be problematic for sure. But overall, I really enjoyed The Machinist. I thought it had a very dramatic, mysterious, and well-paced story, great acting, a fantastically ambiguous ending, and eerie music. The only knock I have on this film is that there are some redundant or boring stretches of time in acts 1 and 2. I'm still going to give The Machinist a 9 out of 10 and recommend that you watch watch this one on Netflix if you're into psychological thriller films and can handle the creepiness of the story. So did you guys see The Machinist yet? What did you think of it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if not, let me know whether you'd be interested in watching this film or not. And as always, if you like this video, click that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for much more content like this. Thanks again to Danniel Ladder for the request. Keep them coming, everyone. That's all for now though. This is WillFoxification signing off. See you in the next review.